and welcome back to Make It to Merge. I'm Coop.
I'm Kirsty.
And I'm Will.
And it's the penultimate week of Australia versus the world. Before we get into our recap of the week, don't forget to subscribe or follow the pod wherever you're listening so you don't miss any of our episodes. And let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Get it on.
Can you believe we're at the penultimate week? It is penultimate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've only got one episode next week. But
That's mad. So I've got my husband watching, which is very exciting. I don't know about yous, but you know, as fans in the UK where no one else watches Australian Survivor, every time you convert someone, it's very exciting.
it's a real win, yeah.
A real win. But somehow he didn't realise how short the season was. So this is last night when we were watching, and I said, "Oh, we've just got tomorrow night and then Sunday." And he's like, "What? What? That's it over?" And I was like, "Yeah, and also this will be the last year really of GLP." And he's like, "What?" I've got very accustomed to him. I was like, well,
What, didn't he know about the JLP news?
I think he just hadn't. I think he knew, but he wasn't as invested.
Yeah.
He was sympathetic towards my plight because obviously I was devastated. But I think now that he's really got into this season, he's really realizing what a huge loss it is to the community.
Yeah, he's re-experiencing it on another level
He's
now.
experiencing his own grief rather than just having empathy for me.
Channeling it through yours.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a very quick season.
Yeah.
Too quick,
3 weeks.
in my opinion, but
All we get.
I know.
But it's been a fiery 3 weeks.
It has been. Well, let's get on and talk about the first episode of the week, because I think you'll agree this was the fieriest.
Oh my goodness me.
Like,
I was standing on the sofa. Like,
You were.
yeah.
At what point?
when it revealed that it was a double alert,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, we were like screaming. Oh, so good. Well, let's go through the episode and chat about what else happened in there, because so much good stuff happened. We start off following Kirby's blind side, and we get to see a little bit more about how Parv actually felt about that blind side. I think it was quite clear she didn't take that decision lightly, and she felt quite bad about it, I felt.
I have thoughts on this. Has there been an episode that hasn't opened with a nighttime scene?
Oh,
I think it's pretty much everyone we've seen. It opens up with like a nighttime reaction.
Yeah, you're right. Whereas in like a normal season, you know it's like something spicy's gone on. If
You
there's
know
a
it's like-
nighttime scene.
Maybe like a
Yeah.
fight or whatever.
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, I've not felt the drama as much in the nighttime scenes as in previous seasons, because like you said, when they go back in previous seasons, it's because there's been a massive blindside.
Yes.
There's like 5 other people on the tribe who had no idea it was going to happen. They're all kicking off like, what happened? Whereas this, because it's a much smaller cast, it's like, oh, well, that happened, I guess. It's Australia versus the world. To be expected.
Yeah, it's like, what happened? And you've got Miles there, oh, I was just doing a thing.
Yeah.
I guess these are all pros. They know it's the game. They love the game.
Exactly, yeah. It's more of just like people congratulating each other on like, oh yeah, good move.
Yeah.
Well done.
Janine's trying to do damage control then, isn't she?
I was just thinking about this. So they do have a debrief.
No explanation
Yeah.
for why they didn't reunite last episode with their plans.
This is still my number one thing that I am most flabbergasted about in this season. Because
I was gonna say, in life.
I mean, up there in life, but like they never come back together to actually discuss like
It's amongst life's great questions.
Yeah, it really is.
What
And
happens when we die? Why did Luke and Janine not reunite and discuss their plans?
I know, I'm so intrigued by this. They never hash it out because they do debrief.
Yeah.
It's never like,
Well, Janine is like saying to him, "Did you vote for Siri?"
yeah, and then she's like, oh, I'll try and fix this for you.
And then is it Luke that keeps saying Siri will go them?
yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
He'll come at them.
He's coming out with all sorts of good phrases this season, isn't he? Go them, swing in,
Toasted.
toasted. Yeah, that's a classic.
That's my favourite one. Curve's got toasted.
Especially because it was the worst moment as well. Like kicking someone down, just like, oh.
I know. Imagine like you've just like been blindsided by someone who you really were getting on with, and then you've got this Wally next to you, like,
Oh, Kirsty just got toasted.
we don't need to hear from you right now, Luke.
So Cass then reveals that she has this scroll from the previous episode. The scroll. Another one that I wasn't that impressed with. I'm not
Boring.
going to lie. It was.
What was the scroll for this?
Well, exactly.
Exactly. I can't even remember. It was so boring.
It was the spa reward.
Oh yeah,
Fine.
yeah, because it was teased by like, oh, you can't open it until tomorrow. It's like, oh, what's it gonna be? It's a spa reward.
I was defo thinking it was going to be some kind of advantage or like secret power.
I did think we were getting another moment where someone's reading out a Max moment. Was it Max?
Yeah.
Where they're reading out like their private advantage in front of the entire tribe.
Yeah.
No,
For a split second, I thought that's what was going to happen.
She must have been given the heads up.
I think, yes, production probably like
You're like, yes, very clearly. She was.
because you wouldn't if you hadn't read it yet, you didn't know what it was. You're not going to stand there for the whole tribe reading it out, are you?
That must be why Max, the director of production, said to him, "Oh, you're fine, just to gather
Setting
them
him up.
round."
Production in the background.
So Cass then decides to take Suri, Parv, and Janine
Yes.
on the reward.
Yes.
I forgot who it was then.
No, not Tommy. She takes Tommy. She basically takes all
Yes,
the world except
sorry.
for Lisa.
Except for Lisa,
What
that
really
was it.
annoyed me, we never got a Lisa reaction to this.
I know. And also, she was, well, in my opinion, she was left there as another member of the Alliance to keep tabs on what the
Yes.
others were up to. Where was she when they were smashing that box into smithereens? She was doing a really bad job. I don't know where she was.
I know, yeah.
There was no footage of her really. Was
Some
there?
supervising. Oh my gosh, did you love that when they smashed that
Yes.
box? Like,
Loved
that's
it.
such an Australian survivor
Yeah,
thing,
it's just
right?
like, oh, should we see what's in it? Should we just smash it? Yeah, smash it.
Yeah.
Smash it, Luke.
Yeah, I think it's the precedence was set. Was it in Brains v Brawn 2 maybe? Was it
Yes.
when Mark smashed that box and there was like no repercussions?
It was like,
Apparently production were fine with it. So.
we could do that.
I feel like if you
I
act
bet, like,
quickly enough, they don't
can't
have time
stop.
to say anything. Yes, it's just like, do it.
The world tribe's watching this back like, what?
I know, I bet. Like,
Why did we look for that key for so long? Could've just
I feel like
smashed it.
if you did that in regular Survivor, like Jeff probably turns up and like evicts you on the spot.
Jeff would throw you in the sea.
This is another thing that we never saw the repercussions of, because quite clearly that box was smashed.
Strewn
and they
across
tried
the camp, like these fragments of wood.
they tried to put it back together,
know.
but like very, very loose. Like it was very obviously broken.
I
But
think
it
they
never got,
tried and were like, yeah, it's not going to work.
but it never got brought up again. They were never like, oh, you went in the box or whatever.
No, yeah.
I guess maybe Parv and Suri didn't really want to draw attention to the box anyway, because then it would be like, well, what was in it?
Yeah, true. I did really love when they smashed it and it was empty and they were like, oh, we're really on the bottom now.
Very bad.
So whilst we're at the spa challenge, I just really wanted to talk about this iconic scene of Parv and Suri swinging on the hammock, drinking
Cackling.
champagne. Yeah, cackling. Parv tells Suri that she's got this knowledge is power advantage. And Suri's like, bitch, where'd you get that from? And then they basically are just saying what the viewer is also experiencing, that those two are basically dead set on making top two. And they're like, Tony's going to be so mad.
Yeah. Why would Tony feel like...
Because he's out,
Oh,
not
right.
even at jury. Well, I imagine that's why
Yeah.
he'd be annoyed.
Well, they should have kept him in.
Oh, well, we can dream.
I can only imagine the kind of shenanigans he'd be coming up
Oh
with.
my God. Because they loosely at this spa challenge were like, do you think there's an advantage? They kind of looked under the
Yeah.
flowers and things like that. But I think Tony would have been.
He would have torn that spa apart with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Do you think he would even have a moment to relax?
No.
No.
I
no,
can't imagine
He'd be
it.
looking all over for that idol.
He's very much one of these cannot sit still
Yes.
type of people, isn't he?
Yeah.
Always got to be idol hunting.
Through the night.
I would like to see that. So at the immunity challenge, then we start off by JLP asking Cass who she took on the spa date. just enjoyed that because it's like...
He knew rightly who should take him.
Exactly. Absolutely. So the challenge itself, then, we've got to fill a leaky bucket.
Ridiculous.
Classic.
And then you've got to balance those godforsaken tiles, whatever they are.
Domino
cards.
kind of thing.
I mean, they really get their money's worth out of those dominoes, don't they?
Same ones that they keep rolling out.
I would say so.
So that one that they had on the pitchfork, the marshmallow toaster.
Although
I
that
think
those
that
same
they must be
cards.
that one was a different shape, actually.
Yeah, they were like tooth shaped, weren't they?
But I'm thinking like these domino type ones. Yeah, they were.
I don't know why this got me.
But they come up in quite a lot of challenges. I feel like they...
There's always a
That and
tile of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and the monkey fist.
Oh, not the
yeah.
monkey fist.
We've only had that once so far this season.
This season, yeah, but
That's later on.
No,
so-
well, we've not had any thing like tying a pole onto another bit of pole and then trying to get a key.
Oh, yeah. Where's that bit?
I know.
I want to see some poles breaking. The JLP's all flush with his innuendos on those ones as well.
I know.
It's all about the pole.
yeah.
Good
We
time.
did get some great Jono innuendos.
Oh, we did. Well, we'll get on to it.
We will.
So, in this challenge, then, it's the balancing card tower situation, and Tommy wins.
Yeah.
I'm
And
glad.
this-
Yeah, I was
Happy for
quite-
Tommy that he won an immunity off his own back.
Yeah, and he does make that comment as well of
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm glad I
Yes.
actually won it this time. So that was quite nice.
Good achievement for him, yeah.
Just so far ahead of everyone. At one point, Luke's looking at him like, how is he doing this? Like, I
Yeah.
was wondering that. How is he
I
so
feel
far
like,
ahead?
did he just fill the bucket to the brim right at the start?
Yeah.
And then he would just alternate between doing a
Yeah.
tile and then filling it a bit and doing a tile. That's a great technique, obviously.
What was
Yeah.
everyone else doing?
I think they were just like filling it a bit and then putting some tiles on and then filling it a bit more because they were too conscious of the time. Whereas
Yeah.
he thought ahead and realised, well, that's going to screw me in the long run. So,
Smart.
yeah.
It was very smart.
Yeah.
But weirdly, did you notice that he was like building his tower like right on the edge of the platform?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can't really say anything because it obviously worked. But I was like, why are you doing that? That's obviously going to fall.
Personally, if I was on Survivor in one of these challenges, which I would definitely win, I wouldn't have done it that way.
Maybe he was thinking actually, like the closer it is to that edge, the balance is better there.
Probably.
know what
Probably
I
has
mean?
a good reason for
Yeah.
it. Who are we to doubt him?
Yeah, exactly. He's not just pulling it out of thin air, I guess. Well, you never know.
Never know.
But anyway, we go off to the scramble then, and we've got the three Aussies pretty much on the chopping block at this point.
Tommy lays some really fun groundwork by saying that, in his wee confessional, that he's immune, so he might as well go with whoever he wants.
Oh,
yeah.
Tommy's, I mean,
Wow.
who can blame him, really? It's an extremely rare case what happened to him. But anyway, he is also saying things like he will declare war against Parvati and he's good with it. I love how he keeps saying as well, people will know who Tommy from Finland is.
Yeah, me too. I love that.
I'm good with it.
Yeah. So Lisa wants... Well, actually, no, we need to talk about this conversation. So Lisa has been told by Tommy that Parvati is the vote and that he has the numbers. He tells her to go and speak to Luke and Shawnee. So we then get that scene where she's speaking to them, persuading them or basically telling them to vote for Parvati, saying Tommy's got the numbers. And then just as they've kind of agreed to it, they're walking away and she's like, oh, wait, another thing I forgot to tell you.
By the way, I'm not doing it back.
Yeah. So what did you think of that?
Well, I mean, it didn't have a good reaction from Luke, did it? He's
No.
like, are you tripping? You come to me with a blind side, you don't even want to be involved in the blind side yourself. I think that works sometimes if you come to someone with a full plan and you say, you vote whoever, I am doing a decoy vote and I'll put my vote on. You don't go and tell them the plan and then say, but I'm not going to because I need to keep those relationships.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like it'd come in with a split vote or something. But it was just, I don't even think she said to them it's because I'm keeping the relationship. So didn't she just say,
She just said,
I'm just not But I'm not going to vote that way.
I think she did she not say she wanted
might-
it when they come back to camp?
Yeah, she
don't know.
might have said something about keeping the Suri relationship, or
Either way, it was a weird move.
yeah, it was very
Very odd.
strange. I mean, well, it all unravels when we get to tribal.
As Luke
Parv-
said, it was sketchy.
It was sketchy, and this word was thrown around a lot.
lot, yeah.
Then Parv's like, Lisa's been sketchy all day.
And she keeps
Lisa's like,
saying,
what?
the vibes are off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it must just be like such a sense that you get, when you're out there, especially if you've played as many times.
Oh,
Yeah, my
When you just-
survivor sense is tingling.
Yeah, there's
I feel like Parv is just
Survivor
going off
sense.
pure vibes the entire time she's out there. Like,
I
she
feel like
could
you
sense
have to.
it. You have to,
Yeah.
100%. Like you said, it's like
Yeah.
if you played Survivor enough times, you can tell by the way people are avoiding eye contact with you in a certain way,
yeah.
or the way they're saying things, or, just like when people say, I don't know, when you ask them who they're voting for.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, even like we would be able to pick up on that one, wouldn't we? I don't know. Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. Oh, they must not know. They must not.
Yeah, just obviously not decided yet, Oh, we're sat at tribal council, but obviously not decided yet.
Imagine. So because the vibes fell off to Parv, she almost immediately cracks out her immunity idol and puts that around her neck.
So Parv's kind of suspicious then, isn't she already, that Lisa's been sketch? And then Luke confirms it. He's like, yeah, she has been sketch. Then
She's
tells-
coming for you, Parv. Yeah, he just outwardly throws her under the bus, which I loved, by the way.
Yeah, he's like, now's my chance.
I loved it.
I
too.
feel like a lot of tribal councils, we get the kind of beating around the bush. People don't want to give they just speak in riddles and things like that.
Not this
but
one.
yeah, not this one at all. It's just like blah.
And then,
here's the truth.
Another bit I absolutely loved. JLP obviously getting giddy that the Aussies are getting all involved. And Janine says to him, well, no one was playing with us, John.
So who?
No one was playing with us, John.
Why did she call him John?
Obsessed. Oh my John. Like he's a business colleague. Maybe that's her vibe. She's got the businesswomen edit.
Janine's one of those people who, if she calls you the wrong name, you just go with it.
Oh, absolutely. You would not be. She was calling Siri, wasn't she?
You just go it.
Just, yeah. You don't question the boost queen.
Oh yeah, this is what Australia's most prominent businesswomen.
Well, yeah.
She's figuring it out.
If she wants to call you Kirsty, she will.
I'll take it.
So JLP asks Shani if she has a handle what's going on at this tribal, because Luke and someone,
Luke
and
Parv, Suri, and Janine are all away talking, I think.
thank you, yes, and she's left, and JLP asks her, Shani, do you have a handle on this? And she replies, I'm going to go get a handle.
Yeah.
And you can tell JLP's just like,
JLP's lost control.
Do you think you should go over there, Shani?
Have we had a tribal council this season where everyone has remained seated
No.
throughout? I don't think we have.
Maybe the first world tribal?
Oh, yeah, maybe, actually.
Because I feel like
Right, it was-
the live tribal is quite an Aussie Survivor thing.
I think, because I remember Parv and Rob just coming at each other, but still sat down shouting over the top of people's heads.
Because obviously Jeff would have put a stop to that instantly. If
Do you think he would have?
I don't think Jeff would allow it. I
think he
he'd be
runs a
you-
tight ship,
I think he'd be
does
like, you had your chance on the beach, sit down.
Wow.
You speak again, you'll go stand in the corner. You're not getting
Alone.
caught. Alone.
Because apparently
Alone. Not with anyone. Not to go up and talk on your own.
apparently he's had a go at people who were on the jury before when they've like made any kind of communicative sound. And it's just-
Really?
like you're not allowed to interfere or like I don't know. I've not seen the clip of
Like it's a proper courtroom.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to respect it.
I mean, the jury shouldn't be allowed to interfere. They're out of the game.
Yeah, you can't be sat there giving people the thumbs up. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Good move.
JLP is much more chillax about the whole thing.
Oh, he is, right? Like he just follows the story. He just he's like in it for the plot. He just loves
Yeah.
seeing everything unfold.
He goes where the drama goes.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
there's drama, if it's good TV, JLP's there for it.
And that's why he is peak.
I know. So this tribal, then we get the vote, which we don't know for sure. However, we think that Lisa's going to get votes, or it seems that way in the edit. We think Cass might get votes, and we also think that Luke might get votes.
Yeah.
When it comes to actually reading the votes, we get Cass pull out her idol. Now, we have to discuss this move from Parv. She brings out the advantage. She purposely doesn't reveal all of the instructions on the advantage. She just says, I have this advantage. Well, she reads out some of it that says, I have this advantage. I can take an idol from another player.
She doesn't read out the small print.
Exactly, yeah. So Cass is like, oh no, it's not against you. It's not against you. Parv then tells her, I voted for Lisa. And Cass plays her idol for Lisa.
Nonsensical, really, because why would Parv, like from Cass's...
Yeah, why?
Why would you think, right, Parv voted for Lisa, but she's saying, oh yeah, play your idol for her.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, I don't understand. I think maybe she already had in her mind that Lisa was going to get voted out, and she'd already maybe...
So when Parv reads out this advantage, missing out this small print, did she trick you? Because I was genuinely hoodwinked myself. I thought that was the advantage. Then after I was sat there thinking, that's an insane advantage.
Yeah.
Basically, no one in this whole game can play an idol because Parv's going to just swipe it.
That's what I was thinking as well.
mad.
Yeah, it was just like, that's a really powerful advantage. That's actually crazy.
Insane.
I didn't realise that she was just lying.
I don't think I realised until we got the wee recap of JLP and he said she bluffed.
Yeah.
Oh.
I read about it like after the episode,
Okay.
and someone had said, "Oh yeah, the mega bluff," and I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, nice."
Yeah, she bluffed it so well. It was so convincing.
That's a ridiculous advantage.
Yeah, that's very like...
Just a second, anyone whips it and I'll you won't be playing that.
Oh, that would be so rubbish. Wouldn't it? I would hate that. But she bluffed it so well. And Cass...
Yeah, but he didn't pipe up himself. He didn't chime in with the rules.
Oh, he knew rightly what he was doing. I'm going to keep quiet on this.
Loves it.
So,
A willing accomplice.
yeah. So she actually persuades Cass to play her idol, not for herself. She plays it for Lisa, and womp womp. She's getting blindsided. This was such an epic move, in my opinion, on Parv's behalf. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was just mad, wasn't it? And she's basically, everyone thinks she's got this advantage as well. So they kind of think there's no point in trying to play an idol.
Well, this is it. Yeah, it continues. The bluff continues to go. Like, it's the move that keeps on giving.
Sure. Yeah, no, it was class, wasn't it?
It was so good. And we were like so excited. And then I was thinking, okay, episode's about to wrap up. Tonight's a little different. You're going to vote again. We were like, wow!
Yeah.
And was this when you jumped on the
sofa? Yeah.
I think because we were already quite heightened, weren't we, by like the thrill of what had
the
just
tribal
happened.
had already been pretty intense. The whole tribal up to that point, in fact, that was it. The whole tribal was so intense, and I was like ready, I don't smoke, but I was ready to go for a smoke. And then it kept going. I was like, what?
Yeah. It was like the brain couldn't compute fast enough, like what was happening, as if there was going to be another boat. And then we go off to the secret nighttime challenge spot that they've got
the
behind
secret nighttime
tribal.
challenge spot.
I do.
I do.
Such an iconic previous tribal as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it was all very reminiscent of that, wasn't it?
Do the jury get to come and watch?
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't.
And that part really annoys me because they traipse back in and they're just sat there on the bench and they've got to wait there and see.
I mean, they did get a pretty good show, didn't they, before it?
Yeah.
It was,
True.
I guess this was kind of like their interval, you go to the theatre, you have the interlude, you have some snacks,
Yeah.
wait for the
break.
players to come back.
Yeah. And then you say, okay.
You
he's
can
got
hear
the
JLP's
necklace.
commentary probably because it is the spot around the corner, right?
Yeah.
Is it though?
don't know.
I wonder if in reality it's like a Jeep ride
Oh
away.
no, I hope it's just
No, I
behind
think
that.
it's probably
I
close by, yeah.
Just want logistics on so much stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like the walk to tribal itself bluff. I know historically it did used to take ages way back in the day, but like
They had to row themselves there in the past, didn't they?
I know. Like, sometimes it was like on top of like a bloody waterfall, like
Giant cliffs.
And you'd have tribes like, oh, I don't want to go to tribal tonight because I'm too tired to do the walk.
Yeah.
It's like a full-on hike.
Yeah. Well, like, do you think they just get driven there? Does JLP drive them in a bus?
Oh, the brain bus.
All aboard.
It just lives on that island now. I know. I really want to know that because they make it out like they literally just part the trees and they go through, and then that's where like the nighttime challenge arena is.
Yeah.
I hope that it is that.
I wouldn't imagine it's that far away, right? Because that would just be annoying otherwise.
Yeah, it would be a pain.
They've carted them all to tribal. They have to cart them all somewhere else again.
Yeah.
You've already
And it's
been there
already
for
night.
hours.
Yeah.
And then you've got another challenge. Oh, and it's
And then we've got to cart back again.
Yeah. And you're just sat there 5 hours waiting.
Yeah.
Right. When we've seen this challenge before, as in like a second immunity challenge, a nighttime one, I felt like the person that had the immunity necklace kept it. And then that's why we had this discussion one time about there being the second immunity necklace.
I think though, because they usually do it before they vote for the first time.
Do they?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make
Maybe.
sense.
So you go,
No, I think
you've
you're
got
right.
immunity, and then they're like, oh, tonight's a little different, and people can, the rest of
Win
them can
extra
compete.
immunity. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Whereas I was thinking like, oh, it's a bit harsh that they took it
Yeah,
off Tommy, but
I don't think they've ever done it where they've done a vote and then pointed them off to another
Yeah.
challenge, right?
I think you're right.
But I mean, I did think it was excessively harsh that you
Yeah.
had
I
to do it.
know.
It felt harsh.
Like just leaving camp, like no.
Yeah.
Be a nice chilled night. I'm safe. No need to stress.
I
Next
know.
thing, his immunity necklace is gone. He's
Oh,
It's a big disadvantage as well because you don't feel the need to scramble at any point. So everyone else has had like that entire afternoon to scramble and like figure out a vote and figure out how to make it not them. Whereas Tommy's just been like, well, I don't need to figure out how it's not me because I've got immunity.
He was
He's
throwing in
making-
hand grenades.
He's
with-
making big,
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
it's making the big
swings.
swings. Yeah,
Because
thinking
he
he's
thought-
safe.
And then he'd have time to do damage control.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Trickery.
He just made a rod for his own back, didn't he, with those big moves? It set him up for failure. But yeah, I felt really bad for him because like he was such a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Right. We need to talk about this second challenge because it's a balancing balls rope situation. That was a good Jono laugh. So we've got Jono innuendos
Galore.
galore coming out of the ears. My favourite, too much separation of your balls
That's the one.
could end in tears. Was it? What else did he come up with?
I can't remember. That's the only one I can remember.
There was definitely ones about widespread balls.
Luke's balls are quite far apart.
Yeah. Right. This is the
Luke's
tensest.
balls are on the edge.
They were.
They were. My
yeah,
nerves
yeah.
are on the edge.
Oh my God. I was literally watching it like it was a horror movie. Like I had a cushion in front of my face. Like I could not bear to watch because it was so tense. And they were playing like almost that same horror music in the background. You know, like it was really uncomfortable viewing.
Oh, yeah. Super tense.
Did you know, talking of music, this is a tangent, but some players get their own like little like tunes, like their own motifs.
Oh, I was
know-
about to ask what that was called.
Oh, yeah. You know, I noticed that with Shani.
Yes.
Jumping ahead a little bit. But she got, you know, in the intro of the season, it's like the
Yes, that's her music.
That was her
from-
music because she got voted out as well.
And that was her music from, I think, Heroes v Villains.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so fun.
Yeah.
Imagine being
not,
such an iconic player, you get your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else has them?
Not many. I think Cass did this season, had some kind of oh. And then I can't think who else has had one, but not many people get it.
We need to do
That is a
research
fun
on that.
fact.
That's a really fun fact.
I mean,
that's the most fun fact I think I've ever heard. I love that.
Oh wow. I've peaked.
Did you have that on your bingo card?
So yeah, what were your thoughts on this challenge?
So normally I don't really enjoy a balancing challenge that much, but this challenge was the one that made me understand why a balancing challenge is good because it really adds to the tension.
Oh,
It's like the balls separating and dangling over the edge.
God.
You know, it's just like pure tension, especially when it's involving someone you actually kind of want to win it.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Luke in this challenge.
I was.
Yeah,
I
same.
think he needed it.
Oh, he really needed it. Yeah. What did you think, Kirst? Were you on the edge of your seat?
I was, yeah. I think it was quite exciting because sometimes, like we'd said, the balance ones are pretty boring.
Yeah.
Did that not happen? They went to like a secret challenge and then it was like really dull one season. And we're
I
like,
think the last secret challenge,
one?
well, the big secret challenge.
They're always a
was a
balancing one, I
balancing
think.
I think because it's the
Yeah.
easier one to set up in that little clearing, right?
We've had sandbags,
Did we?
right? We had Ferris.
Oh, and we also
Sandbags
didn't
one
we
time.
have like the rod,
The key
Making
rod.
the key rod.
I think we did. Yeah.
Oh well,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
this
scratch what I said.
would have been a
They've
good
just-
time to whip out the rods, wouldn't
It
it?
would have
Yeah.
been.
Whereas
Never
I
mind the
still, you know,
balls. Get
whipping
the
out-
rod out.
But no, I did enjoy the ball balancing thing.
It was fast. It didn't feel long and tedious.
Yeah. And you know what I think usually really gets on my nerves with the balancing ones is like you see someone get really far, like up
Yeah.
to like 4, and then they lose it right at the end.
That's it.
But luckily that didn't happen with this. So it was like really, really tense. And then it was like, oh, thank God he's like
Yes.
done
Yeah.
it.
Twice in a row, we've had a good run with that. Then,
Yeah.
like Tommy and the water domino thing, and then
Yes.
Yeah, because
Luke.
sometimes it really drags out, doesn't it? Because people
does.
just keep failing.
You
And
feel
it's-
like you're watching it in real time, and it's like, really,
Yeah.
do we need to watch them put every single domino down?
Yeah. And I just hate watching something when like you pretty much know that it's going to go wrong. You know, like in the regular seasons, like they never show one person just balancing them and then winning it. It's always like a balance. And then you've got to be like, I just know that this person's going to lose it. And then just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
It's like, what's that show
uncomfortable.
you hate because you know it's
The
going to
Chuckle Brothers, yes, yeah,
And Mr. Bean.
and Mr. Bean, yeah. I can't stand watching stuff like that where you just are waiting
Yes.
for something to go wrong. It's like
I hate that as well. I hate those kind of shows.
But no, this wasn't that. It was
No.
it was incredibly uncomfortable viewing, but I also enjoyed it at the same time. So Luke wins then, and we've got JLP like a leader, just leading them back into the tribal council. I just really enjoy that, like JLP kind of conga line.
JLP
almost.
leading the tribe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like he's got a torch as well.
I don't think.
Does
I don't think he
feel like-
does. No.
Oh, am I false remembering
I think
that?
Oh.
I think it's wishful thinking. Yeah.
Oh, that'd
You'd
be so
think
good.
He needs one if he's
it's
he's
so-
the leader of the pack.
Yeah.
Guide his way.
I'm going
Right.
to check that,
Check this.
but I will be disappointed.
Maybe the snuffer doubles up as a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun.
Secret
We've not talked
functionality.
about the snuffer this season yet. What are your thoughts? It's that ram again, so I feel like I know you're not going to like
Was it always the ram?
No. It's usually
changed,
it's
doesn't
usually like themed, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
we've seen like the snake head before.
No, I mean, was it the ram the whole season?
Oh, yeah, I
good
think so.
question. Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
So that was a real clue then what the merge was going
A
to
little Easter egg
yeah.
for us, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it.
It's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I have nothing to say on it. I don't
No.
really have an opinion, to be honest.
Nothing will ever beat the bell that Jeff had in that pirate season.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a ship's bell.
Oh my God. They went all out on that theming, didn't they?
Oh my God, it
The
was,
tribal council area was awesome for that one.
it was literally on a shipwreck.
Yeah.
So good.
So cool.
And they had to like cross across the deck to go to the voting bit. didn't
Oh,
they?
yeah. Yeah.
It's like from starboard to whatever, like port side or whatever.
But I like that. I feel like
Yeah.
bring back the themed tribal
Yeah,
council
like,
area.
but they never really have that in
No.
Australian Survivor, do they? It's always like the classic, just
Yeah.
campfire vibes.
Yeah.
And I guess the theme, it's never like pirate. It's always like brains v brawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if they just had
Or
like.
giant brain.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The snuffer's just a brain.
I'm a gigantic brain.
Well, once they're back into tribal, then it starts pouring with rain.
Oh, yeah. Just to
feel
add
like-
to the
Yeah,
intensity.
it really
Torrential.
cranks it. It's like, yeah, they're saturated, aren't they?
JLP's shirt's dripping off him.
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, you don't need to tell us twice. Sari had another iconic wet weather
Oh my
look as well
God,
with
isn't
that,
it
like,
funny?
yeah. So yeah, it's absolutely pouring with rain.
Can't believe they don't have an awning. Like, not even for the jury. You'd think they would at least to get, like,
Or at least for JLP.
or
No.
someone would have a umbrella.
JLP doesn't need an awning.
It's toughing it
It's too
out with the
hardcore for
elements.
that. You know.
Imagine if they did bring out umbrellas. That would really ruin the vibe.
Just a tribal council. There's like a runner stood next to JLP with an umbrella.
With the survivor logo.
Big crew stick.
No, they're it's about surviving. They're out in the elements. It is what it is.
Yeah.
What about if he comes out with, like, you know how you see sometimes this will be in like old timey movies when they're in like the desert and there's just like a palm front where it's like used for shade. What
Yeah,
if
I
they
know
had
what you
something
mean.
like that?
No. I feel like
it's
Jeff set this precedent in season 1, I think, when they had that torrential downpour and he sat there getting wet with the rest of them.
What was this season when they got to stay
That's what I
overnight?
was just
It's
thinking.
crazy.
Oh yeah, I can't remember which season that was, but I remember it. Yeah,
Imagine sleepover with Jono at Tribal Council. That would be so fun.
yeah,
As if he's gonna
I know.
stay. He'll be
He's
off in
not
the
going back to his hotel, is he?
He'll be off at his digs.
yeah.
As Sari would
Plotting.
say.
Well, for this vote, we have got Luke saying things like, Lisa wants my head. True.
Oh yeah,
she
very
does.
true. After that performance before, yeah,
She does.
he threw her right under the bus.
Yeah. But they kind of come to an understanding. Well, I don't know if those two specifically do, but Parv essentially wants to vote for Lisa. Luke, Shani, and Janine basically will do whatever Parv and Sari are going to do. Do they try Lisa?
Sari's quite keen for Tommy, I think, because she wants to keep Lisa. Tommy's saying things like, "Oh, but we've had a good thing going." And Bar's like, "You just tried to blindside us. How can you say we've got a good thing going?"
He was really clutching at straws there, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Although, to be fair, if I was in the Australian tribe, I don't think it's the worst idea in the world at all, teaming up with Tommy and taking out a big player.
No, for sure.
But then I guess
Now's the time.
How's the
But
time?
think about this. They know that Parv has the idol because she already whipped it out earlier. And it would be extremely risky to make that move there.
And the idol stealer. They know she's got that.
True. Although no one knows Luke's got the idol at this point.
he
But yeah, he knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It would have been a good move. But they decide not to do it, and they decide to vote for. Well,
Well, you're missing.
I'm missing a key piece.
a key
Sorry.
piece.
You go.
Well, Lisa makes the announcement she wants to quit. And JLP's wee face, you can just see the light drain out. He is not pleased. He has set up these 2 challenges for us. It's going to be a double
Him
limb.
personally.
Yes, he's worked hard on this.
Yeah,
No one's taking away the drama by quitting.
right.
That is not happening.
Did you say you saw the colour drain from his
Yeah. The light drain from his eyes. I remember.
No, colour drain from his face work. Yeah.
Both. He's probably got the producers in his earpiece like, "Don't worry, John. It's not happening. Don't worry, John. Tell them. Tell her she won't be on the jury. And Tommy's going to go anyway."
They must have been fuming.
They would have
when
been
she said that,
scrambling.
right?
Livid.
Right.
You literally have spent ages setting up this peak. This is the peak drama of the season. A double a limb
Yeah.
surprise, and then someone has the audacity to go, I think I might just quit so that this person can stay in longer. It's like, what?
Right. Right. Can we talk about this? Because how do you think it went down on set? Like, do you think it was the earpiece and JLP like stays sat there? Or do you think, because in my head, I'm imagining, we're going to take a quick break.
Yes.
And then they're like,
I almost
Probably
think
cut to break and they were crunching the numbers like, right, okay, so say she quits and Tommy goes, how can we work it out with just 5 players from this point on?
right.
No, wait, is there 5? Just 4. I can't do the maths.
Well,
This is why I would not be good with a twist on the spot. I wouldn't know what the numbers were.
you've got the pressure on top of you
I
then
know,
as well. Oh
yeah.
my
Well,
God.
this is pressure. I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
Showing myself up.
So yeah, they're probably
they caught-
scrambling like, what the hell did we do?
It almost looked like Luke was about to ask them to cut.
It did.
Like Luke was looking out into nowhere and going, wait, can we just... And then it cut away from him. It's like, I can't... I imagine they must have paused for a minute.
Surely.
Although it was torrential downpour.
But imagine if Jono did that on the spot. Just was like, right, my tribal, my rules. He will not be going on to jury.
Yeah, not a bad shout. If that's the reason she's quitting, she's not got, as far as we know, mental or physical anguish reasons for quitting, then it's just like, well, let's just take away her logic for reason for quitting.
Yeah.
Because I think,
a big move by JLP.
Yeah, I do think if she had followed through on it even after that and quit, and they can't technically stop her, they wouldn't have actually eliminated someone else. I think it was a bluff.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because they've got a set number of people. They've planned out the season.
They have to fill the episodes.
They could have done a final 2, but I think they've planned out.
But imagine if Suri was in the final 3 and they did another final 2 instead of a final 3 again. People would be livid.
They would be furious.
Yeah.
I've just thought of like the best possible twist that could happen in that scenario.
Right.
Do tell.
Right. Lisa quits. Tommy is still eliminated. But because they need to keep an extra person in, they then say, right, we're going to go to a third vote, and they have to vote for a member of the jury to come back in.
Yes.
No.
Imagine how good that would be, though.
Imagine the uproar.
No, I would.
Actual uproar. People are so annoyed when there's like a non-elim, right? It's like these people have literally been voted out of the game onto the jury, and that means also they've been they've talked to each other about things that might have happened on the beach. No, that would be...
Okay, here's a compromise. They could just bring back Rob, Tony, King George and Dave.
Yeah, why not?
I'd be so for that.
They draw rocks since they love rocks this season. They draw rocks to see which one's coming back.
Oh, not another rocks.
Wah, wah, King George is back. Figure that out, Janine.
So whilst all this is going on, I just really loved that shot as well of Sari where she's got like her hood up and she's like, it's pouring with rain, and she just goes, wow. She just cannot believe.
No one can believe it.
I know.
It just doesn't make any sense.
It was wild because like, well,
5 days of the game left.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was shocked, weren't they? Like... Who wouldn't be shocked?
I mean, I didn't see it coming.
5 days left in the game and someone's offering to quit the game.
Oh my God, there's blindside.
Like almost as angry as JLP about it.
Well, JLP was mad.
He was.
That's actually the first time I've seen a hint of actual annoyance.
Me and Will rewound this part because at one point he puts his head like in his hands, doesn't he?
He's wiping the water from his face, and like a frustrated kind of
like despair, like pure despair.
Because of the quitting thing.
Yeah, because he's like, all this stuff's happened to make this dramatic. We're here in the pouring rain.
He could see the Emmy in the...
Yeah, we're finally about to just get this done so we can all go home for the night. Yeah. And now this is happening.
Now this.
It's like, you've had a really, really long day at work.
Yeah.
It's been up and down, you've got caught in the rain on the way to work, so you're spending the day soaking wet because you didn't bring any clothes or whatever. And then something happens just before the end of the day that throws a spanner in the works and means you have to stay an extra hour or two.
Yeah.
Just like, that's the JLP feeling right there.
Yeah, he could see the light at the end of the tunnel.
And then it was snatched away by Lisa.
He wasn't having it. He just shut that down.
He shut that right down.
I loved it so much. It was very almost like stern parent, wasn't it? Like, well, if you want to do that, you're not going to have this and you're not going to have this. So
you want to do that, you're not going to get any dessert.
Yeah. And then I love how Lisa, like almost through gritted teeth, is like, well, obviously. I won't quit.
Yeah.
In those circumstances.
It kind of sounded like she said will quit, though, for a second. When I first heard it, I was like, wait, what? She's still quit. I realised I was just mishearing, because of her accent.
Imagine if she still quit after that.
Oh, my God. I don't think he would have known what to do with himself.
Oh,
it would have been a disaster.
So Lisa, decides not to quit. JLP breathes a huge sigh of relief. Probably the entire production team breathe a huge
You could
sigh
feel
of relief.
the relief.
Yeah, you could literally feel it. And unfortunately, Tommy's number's up and he is out of there.
I mean, do we know that when Sari voted him out, she said, you should have just stuck with the plan, idiot.
Always stick with the plan.
I love it. There's been quite a lot of Sari calling people idiots or saying, oh, they're not that stupid, surely.
Yeah.
Which is almost worse because, like, oh, well, no, I am that stupid. And I am doing that.
Exactly. Well, we'll move on to episode 2 then of the week. It's hard.
Get it on.
It's hard to kind of follow that first episode.
Wow,
but-
nothing was going to follow that episode.
No, it was so good. But I mean, another great episode.
We can
so-
almost just skip over episode 2.
No, there's definitely a few things to talk about. So I really liked at the start of this episode where we get this like really funny scene from Lisa where
Yeah.
she's saying like she's on the bottom of the tribe, but that's okay because it means she can do all of the playing from the bottom of the tribe.
Oh, yeah. Walking alone along the beach.
Sitting alone in the shelter, no one talking to her.
Getting your food last.
Yeah. I was just thinking, what was the other one she said? That was-
God, I love when it goes meta.
Yeah. And this is Luke's first correct vote. of the
Hey,
whole
well done,
season.
Lukey boy. The king of the jungle's back, baby.
It's flabbergasting to believe that he's still in the game, having made this many wrong votes.
How is that? Wow.
Because usually, like, that leaves you on the outs at some point, and you're done for. But no, he's managed to keep his way through, and nails the
Lip
first vote.
charm.
Exactly. So Lisa starts strategizing then. She's thinking about how can she play from the bottom of the tribe? What will her tactic be? She's decided the best approach is...
To beat Luke and try and get him to do something ridiculous.
Exactly. Which, I mean, fair. It's good. It's good thinking from her, I would say. Anything else? If you got
Well,
anything else?
he's not really having it though, is because I think she's trying to prompt him to do something crazy against someone else, but she's just making him more set on wanting her to go because she told him she doesn't see him in her final 3, and he's like, "Well, I just want you out then." And then he starts doing his own commentary, doesn't he? He's like, "Lisa versus Luke."
Well, let's go on to the immunity challenge then.
Stop.
We've got to talk about that
Oh, yeah.
flashback.
Oh, yeah.
Editors on point with the kind
Oh,
of...
yeah. I mean, that was a massive moment on Luke's season.
It was huge. How do you describe those kind of like, almost like echoey, harrowing voice clips?
A flashback.
No, but well, yeah,
It's kind of like, but it's not...
it's like otherworldly.
Yeah.
Ethereal.
Do you know what I mean? No, when it's like the voices are coming
Yeah.
from elsewhere.
Yeah, it's like,
echoey.
Echoey.
Yeah.
I don't know what the correct word is, but it's very like haunting, isn't it?
I don't know about you, but at first I didn't realize it was a flashback, and then I was like, "What were those voices?"
Yeah.
Oh, I was onto it because as soon as I saw in the previous week's episode that it was going to be that ball challenge, I thought, oh, this is traumatic for
Yeah.
Luke.
I did have to pause it and explain to my husband the gravitas of this.
Oh, he
Yeah.
needed
Give
to
him,
know.
yeah, he needed the rundown of what happened.
I think it was really good they gave the flashback, though. But
Yes.
it still didn't have the emotional weight that it did watching it that first time.
Not saying anything well.
Because, I mean, you knew at the time he had like a daughter in the hospital. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Everyone knew how much he wanted and needed to win that money.
Oh,
And he was just. Oh,
It was
it was a
painful.
painful loss for everyone.
it was,
Watch, like-
yeah, it
I
was.
couldn't believe they were trolling him actually like that.
I mean,
GLP there. Come on in, look.
He literally had the clip of him like falling to his knees in anguish.
Yeah.
It was one of those ones like, you know, where the game almost stops and it's like, oh God, it's actually really bad. Because you knew there was no way he was making it to top 3 after that.
that was his only chance of making it through that vote.
Yeah.
He was winning immunity in that challenge.
It's the kind of stuff that could be like a villain origin story, you know, the devastation.
Good. Well, Luke's face says it all when he walks into the challenge. And like you said, Jono's just there. Literally like an evil mastermind. They may as well get him in one of those, like, you know,
He's a cat.
yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to say. What's that villain? Is he called Dr. Evil in Austin Powers?
Yeah.
You know, he's got like a chair and then he like spins round. I feel like Jono needed that in this challenge. Like as they're walking in, he just spins around like, ha ha.
Oh my God, the cat could be called JLC.
Oh God.
I love that. Jonathan like cat.
Yes.
Nailed it.
I have noted that when JLP's chatting away to Parv, then it's like he's just down the pub with his mates a bit, isn't it? Like, oh, what about last night then, lads?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a tough one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He's really like got the rapport now with all of with the big names, hasn't he?
Somebody tried to ruin it.
What do you think of this challenge, this ball dropping challenge?
It has a lot of elements, doesn't it? So you've got the fitness,
Yeah.
then you've also got the timing element, and you've
The
got
mind.
the puzzly,
Yeah.
trying to work out when you should drop them.
I really
Yeah.
enjoy it.
I think it's a good challenge. And it's a good all rounder as well. You don't have to be buff to do it. You do have to be in shape to do all
Yeah.
the stairs.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be buff. Like I would be passing out within the first 2 minutes. But yeah, it goes back to the whole balancing challenge thing. It has the potential to be boring, but because of the tension that just gets built throughout the whole thing,
The
more and more
stakes.
balls, you know.
Do you know what? The balance one, say you do completely mess it up, your whole stack falls. You can kind of have a wee breather. This challenge is just there's no breather.
Yeah.
You don't get a
You're out,
break.
you're out.
You're out, you're out. Like you miss that ball.
Exactly. Well, Shani and Janine are out
Quick to go, weren't they?
incredibly quickly.
Was it
Yeah,
2 balls they had going?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, they
and
didn't
you know when they put one in and you just think, oh, you haven't. and they show the
has.
shot of it, like
No.
one ball going and then 1 second later the next,
Yeah.
and you think, oh,
No.
Shani,
Not
why?
enough time.
Yeah.
And then when he's telling them to put in the third ball, and Sari's like, wait a minute, Jonathan.
That's not how it works.
Yeah. I mean, Luke was a well-oiled machine on this challenge.
He's
It's
Well.
like he's been practicing.
This is what I said to my husband, Stephen. I said, do you think he's done so well in this because he's just replayed this over and over in his mind
Yeah.
with the timings? And Stephen's like, yeah, either that or he's maybe got it set up in his back garden.
yeah. I mean, wouldn't put it past him.
No.
We've seen it done with Andy before.
Well, that's it. Then I had to tell him about Andy and the key and the sticks.
Well, it gets down to pretty soon just Luke and Parv. Sari has like a good shot at it actually. but
Lord
she
have
just-
mercy.
Yeah. She just loses it towards the end. I mean, it gets intense, doesn't it? When you get to the 4 balls, which I think is what Luke and Parv were both
Yes.
at, it's really just like, I think JLP comments like that constant motion of like up, down, up, down, up, down. I was thinking like, you know how when we're watching it with the background music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine just actually being there and all you can hear is that like ding, ding.
Yeah, I think people have talked about that before, where that
In your
noise
dreams.
becomes kind of hypnotic, and it almost causes you to lose your focus because you just get like so like lost in that sound just over and over and over again. Especially the ones where they're bouncing, you know, when they're
That's
bouncing a ball
it.
up and down,
Yeah.
like a paddle. That one, I can't remember who said it. But
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I can't remember what challenge that was.
They
now,
do
but-
mention that sometimes that a lot of it is about concentration as well as just, you know, the endurance ones as well as just being stood there. You need
Yeah.
to concentrate to keep like your hand on like the rock or whatever.
you need to
Yeah.
concentrate, but at the same time, be able to zone out.
Yeah,
It's a real balance. It's like the players that do really well are just the ones that have that zen that
Yeah.
they can just sort of lose themselves.
They can zone out the
moment.
pain,
Yeah,
but
still
focus.
on what they've got to do. Yeah.
Because they say it all the time, don't they? Just one lapse of concentration
Yeah.
and you're done for. So yeah, it was so good to see Luke win. Like I was so pleased to see him get his redemption.
Yeah.
And even when JLP announces it, he doesn't just say like Luke wins immunity. It's like Luke wins redemption and immunity.
Oh, and the high five.
The high five.
Yeah, the
Double-handed high five.
Oh.
And I love when JLP calls him brother.
Yeah.
And he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
won't be you tonight, brother.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell he's so proud of him.
I dream of the day JLP calls me brother.
I know, it is the stuff dreams are made of. You're right. Well, I don't know what he would call me. I'd take a brother. So back at the beach, I just made a note that everyone's kind of congratulating Luke.
Yeah.
And Janine says, good job Cass and Tommy weren't here.
Oh, yeah. He puts a real damper on it. Like, oh, yeah, because they would have been real dangerous in that challenge.
You don't know that. They might not have done
Don't
well.
take this away from him.
Janine knows the backstory. Well and true.
Oh, she might as well have been like, oh, good job Baden wasn't here again. Who did he lose to last time? Wasn't it Baden?
It might have been Baden. It was either be Baden or Pia. Can't remember. It was a bit, yeah. Like, rub it in, why don't you?
We have this scene then where Janine starts going on about how she got voted out at 6.
Yeah.
And then Sari takes the time to tell her story of when she was voted out at 6.
Yes.
Everyone else had some kind of stupid idol or advantage.
That is mind blowing, isn't it?
I've watched it and it is madness. Just all these idols and stuff coming up one by one.
Do you think, were they all idols? Idols
No.
and advantages?
Idols and advantage.
Yeah.
What were the advantages?
I can't even. I can't remember.
Any
what
votes
they were.
are null.
But it was just like crazy, and she didn't get a single vote.
No,
Like-
didn't
That
get a
is
single vote.
wild.
Like Jeff was literally like, he was like, well, Sari, no one else can go. You're the only one without immunity. For what it's worth, you didn't get. There's not a single paper parchment in here with your name on it. But
And he
You're
keeps
the one.
going on. I don't know if he's trying to soften the blow or what, but he keeps trying to go on about how it's such a historic
Yeah,
time.
it's like-
He's like, it's the first time 5 people have been immune. It's the first
This
time
has
5
never
people have
happened
played.
before.
It's the first time someone's gone home without a single vote.
Wow.
I don't think that helps.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Do you think after that they were like, okay, we need to draw
Yeah.
the line at how many immunities?
that was
people
where they
get?
realised they went over the
They
top.
put too many in the
Yeah,
game.
that's maybe why there was just one per beach this year.
Yeah.
That's wild.
5. 6 of them there. 5 of them all had some kind of advantage.
So stupid. I know. Oh my God, I need to watch it.
Yeah. And then Lisa, who's obviously Sari's super fan, can't listen to this
Oh
story.
yeah. So I can't listen to this again.
We were laughing about this because we were like, Lisa's on the bottom. She really needs to be involved in quite a lot of conversations. And
Lisa
she's just
checked
like,
out.
Yeah, she was out of there.
I don't know. She was going hard that morning.
True, she was. Maybe she just genuinely didn't want to hear that
Story's
story.
so dramatic.
Yeah. It's like it was happened to Sari.
I can't listen to this. I know Sari's sitting there telling it. So
Just as a side note, you know what was so good, right? On Lisa's Drop Your Buffs, they ask her what was it like just being on the beach with these incredible players, and she was just saying it was so fun how they would just be doing something, and then every now and then someone would be Parv would be like, oh, this reminds me of when I was on Heroes v Villains, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, imagine just hearing because obviously we only see such a limited amount, 40 minutes in US Survivor,
Yeah.
but there's 24 hours in a day of just stuff happening, all the ins and outs and behind the scenes, and I would just love to be a fly on the wall.
yeah, just imagine just the stories they've got about all the. Oh my!
I would be like, forget the strap chat, tell me everything.
Tell me everything you know about Boston Rob.
Yeah.
So Sari in this scramble is kind of considering actually keeping Lisa and voting out Janine because she's trying to keep her options open. And she says, so Lisa is a super fan and she's a super fan of mine. So she knows Lisa could be a good option for her to keep in. But really kind of as we're going into...
She knows Lisa will quit if it gets to final 3 and Sari's
She
there.
needs
So
to,
I'm going to quit so Sari can have a better chance of winning.
I mean, potentially,
Yeah.
odds are high.
Strange things have happened.
Lisa tells the camera she wants Sari to win Survivor more than anything in the world, which is quite lovely.
Very adorable.
Yeah, it
That
is
was
adorable.
yes. Oh.
Now, we need to move on and talk about what the promos were calling Luke's blunder. which was Luke telling Parv that he has this idol.
Well, I mean, what was he thinking?
We should preface it with saying the bluff. This is the move that kept on giving, because the bluff not only bluffed Cass, but it bluffed the rest of the tribe into thinking Parv could just claim an idol after it was
This is why
played.
he should have told Janine he had an idol, because Janine would have talked sense into it.
Janine would have figured it out.
Janine would have been like, no, that's not how it works. And also, I mean, we see it. He actually gets to read the parchment eventually.
Oh,
But-
I was wondering, why is he not reading this small print?
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't think he bothered to read it. He was just like, yeah, she's tearing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
But it's I mean, you don't tell someone about your idol at the best of times. Telling someone who has a literal advantage to steal an idol about your idol,
Do you know, I'm going to give him a bit of leeway here, right? Because I was tricked by Parv reading it out.
I was, yeah,
I
totally.
fell for it. And if he genuinely thinks that is the advantage that she has, then it's not a horrendous move.
Yeah.
Because he's never going to be able to play that idol without her taking it instantly.
but that should be the tip-off. Like, I get in the heat of tribal council, right? I understand Cass's mistake totally, because I would have totally been drawn in by the same thing. But getting chance to think about it, you've got to think, surely someone's not actually got a move that just means they can take someone's idol the second they try and play it.
Sometimes they do get pure stupid advantages like that. There's definitely been ones where they can play an idol after the votes have been
Oh, well,
read.
that's how Tony won his first season.
Yeah, so I could see him thinking it's not out with the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Her delivery was good. GLP didn't say anything. That's not how it
The
worked.
consummate professional he is.
Yeah. His poker face. And I think, everyone probably just believed this. You're sleep deprived, food deprived.
Yeah, true.
I can see why he thought that was the best. He probably just thought, if I get her on board, knowing I've got an idol, she agrees not to take it, we both play them and we're guaranteed the final, which is actually that is how it worked out in the end.
Yeah. Fair play to him, yeah.
But
it just made for incredibly uncomfortable viewing, where it's like, why? Why have you done that?
He lost his mind.
he lost his.
That.
Oh, you could. I'm surprised he didn't go into her bag and snatch it off her.
I mean, I would
Yes.
lose my mind as well. It's just like,
Parv didn't want to rip it in half because she's saying that Luke's a very sketchy character and he's always making schemes all over the place.
I mean, yeah.
But then
I could
she
read.
says he's been so tweaky and twitchy that she is going to rip it up because he'll probably blindside her.
yeah, she's worried he'll just blindside her now. Which, to be fair, would have been the better move anyway.
They've out paranoid each other, and they
Yeah.
come together finally to rip this.
They rip this bloody thing off.
Is Parv the Luke of US Survivor?
Oh, it was quite iconic, that moment, just the rip down the middle, and that's
Do you
it.
know what would have been epic if someone else actually did have an idol and then they put it back together between them?
Oh, that would have been so good.
That would have been great.
But no, they would have never put in another idol in that scenario. So anything else you want to add before we go to tribal?
I've got Lisa telling Suri that she's irritated because no one in this game is thinking more than one vote ahead.
Oh, yeah. That was weird, wasn't it? 'Cause they definitely are.
And Suri's like, I am.
Yeah, she's not you, never you.
No, yeah, it's not you, Suri.
It's never you. I made a note about the start of tribal. Do you love it when Jono is just stood there nodding as they all walk into tribal? I love it so much.
As they walk in.
Yeah. He's like, here they
Hello.
come.
Hello.
Yeah. But there's no hello.
No, there's no hello, but he's singing in his head.
Yeah. He's like, welcome.
Welcome to my tribal.
Yeah.
I made a note of Tommy's outfit.
Same. I had a
I
note
thought you
on
would.
that.
Oh, was
yeah.
this the wolf puncher?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I also made a note that you could tell he really wanted to howl, but they've obviously been told that they're not allowed to say anything in the jury because I feel like JLP made a comment and it really lingered on Tommy, and I was like, he's gonna howl, but he didn't.
Oh, he did, yeah. What was it, JLP?
Yeah, he made a comment about something
Said
about
it was
Tommy.
really, really cool or something.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
remember
about the
exactly.
poncho.
Was that JLP or was that some? Yeah, I think.
There was definitely a
There was
comment
a
which was
comment.
out of the norm
Yeah.
because I thought there's going to be a reaction from Tommy, and I thought it'd be the howl, but No, wasn't. So essentially this tribal then is mainly hinging on Cirie deciding, is she going to vote out Lisa or is she going to vote out Janine? She thinks Lisa is better for her game, but she does. But she does actually end up voting Janine. I would guess.
The issue is if she had voted for Janine to go out instead, it would have taken it to a 3-3 split.
Yeah.
Which still isn't the result she would have wanted.
Yeah, now she's in a 4-1.
And she's going against...
Well, just the vote would have been a 3-3 split, so they'd have had to re-vote.
Oh, well, I would assume that she would have got Parv on board.
Right. Yeah.
Because I feel like they must have discussed that vote.
She's going to alienate more people by voting Janine than she is by voting Lisa, because Lisa's on the bottom of everyone at this point. So voting out Lisa, it's like, well, I don't have that much to lose. Voting out Janine, you're annoying Luke for sure.
Yeah.
And potentially, Shawnee as
and
well.
Yeah.
Potentially Parv if she's not in on the plan.
Yeah,
on the
definitely.
Plan,
So, I think the right decision overall. I really enjoyed the goodbye that Cirie gave her. I just thought that was really
I'm
nice.
so glad to have met you.
Yeah.
That was very nice.
Your hero saying that to you. JLP saying that
I was about to say, JLP.
I'm so glad to have met you.
Oh my God, imagine. I think there was like it was maybe a confessional actually, where Cirie was talking about Lisa again. Like I think
it was when she did her vote and you saw and she said, I really hope to see you on the outside.
Yeah.
And then when Lisa did her vote, she said, I can't with these people anymore.
Yeah, Cirie said a lot
out.
of nice things about Lisa. It was very charming. Very like
Lovely.
it was lovely.
Cirie just seems like such a nice person.
Oh, she does. She does. Imagine, like sometimes people say like never meet your heroes, but imagine like sometimes you actually do meet them and they are just everything that you hope they would
actually
be.
seems like it worked out for Lisa.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they vote you out, but they still want to see you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's with love.
With love, yeah. It's almost an honour being voted out by Cirie.
Oh,
well, no, it is an honour.
It's like the only way you'd want to go.
Yeah.
Surely. Okay, episode 3 of the week then, and we're really kind of laying the groundwork for the final with these opening scenes from Cirie and Parv. They're talking a lot about how they are rewriting their journey. They want the two of them to get to the final 3 because it never happened in Micronesia. They got basically to the final 3 and then it turned out it was a final 2. So they're really setting it
up like Cirie's going home this episode.
Yeah, they kind of do actually. But also at this point we're thinking like, surely they're getting to the final 2.
What, Cirie and Parv?
Cirie and Parv.
I think I think there is a good chance though that Cirie will actually get voted out before the final 3. The problem is, right, I'm looking at the edit and I don't like doing this too much, but Cirie's had an edit that's not really shown her in her best light in terms of strategic gameplay. She's mostly just been an ally of Parv. I mean, we know they're busy mates, we know they're good allies, but I feel like there's probably been more that Cirie's done and we've just not seen it.
I agree.
Which makes me think that she's not going to make it to the final 3.
You might be right. I didn't think of it like that.
But
I was thinking that they're really like getting the story going for these two having their redemption moment.
Well, I was going to say, but like you said, because they had that moment at the start of the episode and she actually didn't get voted out this episode, spoiler alert, maybe that is a final 3
Maybe.
prediction.
It may not be a final 3.
Oh, well, it might be a final 4. Might be a final 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they would do that. But
JLP said it was going to be a final 3.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. He dropped that bombshell today.
Yeah.
Well, moving on, we've got a top 4 deal being made between Janine and Luke and Cirie and Parv. Janine and Luke want to tell Shawnee to vote Cirie. They're going for the Aussie Strong vote.
Yeah.
And then Shawnee is like, I'm not really Aussie Strong. I'm going to try and float the vote with Cirie and Parv. So Shawnee is kind of the spare number at this point. And they, I feel like she does a very good job, actually.
Very good pitch.
Yeah.
I actually think, like, now we do have this final 4. Potentially it's going to be a world of trouble for them trying to...
It's just going to be a deadlock.
It'll be fire. Or, well, no, I think Janine will turn on Luke, but...
Do you think?
Yeah.
Depends if he wins the immunity or not.
I guess.
Well, I don't think he will. I think Parv will.
No,
But
I mean, seeing the next time on, but also Luke's history so far with those kind of endurance challenge. He's not an endurance challenge threat, is he?
no, he's not. But to be
Whereas Parv
fair,
definitely is.
I think that Janine might take it to fire based on what we see at the later end of this episode
Maybe.
where he gives the necklace.
Yeah.
Because that is such a big token. And Janine does say she will never do wrong by Luke. And that would
Yeah.
be doing wrong by Luke. So
And let's face it, if Cerie's the one he's going up against, he's got a pretty good chance.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to talk about this immunity challenge because it was a big Survivor classic.
Yeah, so we got to watch this one together, and I've made a note that you said, not another monkey fest.
They love a monkey
They
fest.
love monkeys.
Like, what is they love a monkey's
They
fest.
love our monkeys.
What is a monkey fest?
I've never
Like,
heard this expression anywhere else
Same.
other than Survivor. It's a not.
They had one on Deal or No Deal Island.
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
They do. But it's
And Dave got it in one go
Yeah.
because he had so much experience from the Survivor Monkey Fest. It's transferable skills,
Yeah.
these reality games. Yeah.
but really, like, you'd never hear of them in the outside
It
world.
must be a type of knot.
Yeah, some kind of sailing.
Yeah.
Like, what would you use? Oh, maybe if you're on a boat and you make like a monkey fist and then you hook it to the
anchor?
Yeah. Well, no, I was thinking not the anchor. You know, on like a dock when you might have like
Yes.
and then you like pull yourself in on it.
That's
Maybe it's
probably
that.
what it is. Yeah, solved it.
I think we've seen one before where they have to pull themselves like monkey fist and then pull themselves along
Oh,
like
yeah.
a pulley thing.
Yeah.
We
They,
have.
cut them up. They love a monkey
Oh,
fist.
very good value for money they're getting from that monkey fist. And I would say that's probably the same one that they're using in these multiple
I mean, the
seasons
Survivor
as well.
rope budget must be through the roof. Right?
Oh, it's so much rope management. Oh, this one really wasn't rope
It wasn't rope
management, was it?
management, no.
We've got them having to balance the monkey fist. We do get the pole.
We do, but
What do you think
it
of
was,
this?
well, it was obviously vertical rather than the horizontal pole fishing for the keys that we like.
And it was pretty sturdy. It wasn't like a bamboo pole.
Fine.
Yeah.
And like when he's like, oh, adding another pole, it's going to get really tricky now. But I mean, it seemed fine.
Yeah, it didn't seem like too.
Although, to be fair, we kind of mainly just saw Luke and Shawnee. We didn't really get to see everyone else struggling. with the
floundering
ball.
around. Yeah. Well, it pretty much was Luke and Shawnee, like you said, the whole way through. Luke is in an early lead. Shawnee then takes over because he loses it on, I can't remember which element, and she's just like strolling across these balance beams and things. But he does catch her up, and we've got, again, a balancing task. Do you want to talk about the apparatus? The pitch.
Oh, the pitchfork. Yes. What? It was very like campfire toasting marshmallow vibes, wasn't it? That wee pitchfork. It was quite cute, wasn't it? Picking up the wee tooth-shaped domino.
Yeah.
It was either cute or like menacing because it
well.
looked quite like rusty and pointy, didn't it?
This is it. You could go rogue and just stab someone, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you
You could do that.
Could do that.
But again, it was very tense, balancing chat. And this is the thing that I was talking about earlier. Like, I just knew that Luke's stack was going to fall. I could see it. I was waiting for it to
Yeah.
happen.
Very
Same again with
wobbly.
Shawnee. I just had that vibe. I could tell it wasn't going to happen.
It's so like harsh, like you know when the elements
I
are involved, and
know.
it is just luck. If
Yeah.
like a gust knocks it over, like what can you do?
These bloody elements this season, because we've
Yeah.
had
The
the
greats.
greats. Yeah,
rain.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
The rain, not to mention the rain, yeah. Well,
That's 2 occasions I can think of. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more as well. The sun, making things
sun.
very hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we'll leave it there.
I made a note that I really liked how JLP kept saying snag their beam.
Yes,
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I like when you get kind of like a challenge specific Jono phrase.
Yeah.
You know, like in the drink, snag their beam. There's others,
Yeah,
others like that.
there is.
Well, Luke ends up winning the immunity challenge then. I was kind of hoping for a Shawnee win here because I really sensed she was she was not in a good spot going into this challenge. She really needed it.
And also the meltdown it would have ensured would have been great TV.
Would have been, that scramble would have been.
There's no scramble like a scramble where there really someone needs to not win.
Yeah.
And that one person wins. That's
Yeah,
a very good.
I really thought we were going to see a Shawnee win out of this.
Same.
Because she has come out of not nowhere, but she's come out of it before and just suddenly won an immunity.
I mean, she nearly won it there. It was
She did, yes. That's what I mean. Like, she was close.
I was just picturing her back at the beach, like on a hammock, and then the others just having to come up to her. You know, when you're in that prime position of power.
Like Kirby in the sea.
Yeah, Kirby in the sea, George in the
hadn't
hammock.
even won anything. That was just her.
Oh, yeah, that was
she
just pure confidence.
in that much power. Well, Parv at the beach tells Janine, ask Luke if he's got an idol. Janine then goes and asks Luke.
Right. I think Parv's game here is that she wants Janine to ask Luke about it, Luke to confirm it. Janine's obviously going to be like, well, you need to play it for me. And then that really like solidifies that he's not going to do anything crazy and play it for Shawnee.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what her thought.
That makes a lot of sense. Because I was thinking about it like maybe Parv was trying to hint heavily to Janine, so Janine would be annoyed that Luke hadn't told her about it. I actually thought Parv was just going to straight up tell her about it for a minute.
Yeah, I
think
wondered that, but then I thought actually no, because Luke's
I think your theory makes more
immunity
sense.
anyway, so it doesn't. If Janine's annoyed at him, it doesn't really.
And I think also Parv genuinely thought that Janine would know.
Well,
because
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
They were bamboozled.
yeah, they were. Well,
No.
Janine actually asks Luke, and he is firm in his answer. Nope. No.
He's holding firm. He didn't tell Dave back when he first found it in episode 2, and he's
a slap in the face.
the only person he's told since, inexplicably, was Parv that could steal it.
Yeah.
I do get why he did that, but
I would have understood it a lot more if he hadn't told Parv, because it's that big move of like, if you get to final tribal and you've got an idol in your pocket, that's where you pull it out and say, I've had this idol in my pocket the whole time. No one knew about it. Everyone on the jury can confirm it. And I haven't had to play it because that's how good of a player I am.
Plus, you get a nice souvenir to take home with you.
Yeah.
Well, this is where we get then actually Shawnee pitching to Janine. We kind of talked about it earlier, but this pitch was really, really, really good. She really went on about how she has come into the game this time not having a BFF, and it was kind of so sad in the end that was like one of the reasons maybe why she ended up getting voted out.
She didn't have that tight second person that she normally has. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But then in other seasons, she's almost needed to not have that at the time that she's got voted out. But this time she really did need someone, unfortunately.
And
but
to be fair, this is one of her best innings.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think
she's done
this
really
might
well.
be
Her best.
either her best or joint best, maybe. Because I
Yeah.
think she got to fourth.
Oh, she was talking about it before being at 4, maybe, wasn't she?
Oh, was she?
And it's not fun. So I think, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I really liked when we got the confessional from Shawnee and she says she smells a rat because she thinks that Luke did not celebrate hard enough, convincingly enough. So she's
again.
pretty sure he's got an idol.
Again, these people with the survivor instinct.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. This actually reminds me, I think it was in Heroes v Villains when George was on to Simon because he was celebrating with people who he wasn't meant to be in an alliance with.
Yes.
Like there's little things that you do in that moment, i.e. when you win a immunity challenge.
don't
Yeah, exactly. And that's like a real glimpse into the truth, I guess. And she was dead on the money. He does have an idol, but he's still denying it.
I really liked when we saw Luke and Shawnee chatting and Cerie's watching and she's like, oh, don't get him all riled up.
Yeah, she's just sat in that shelter suspicious of everything that's going on. Rightly so. She had a good read on it as well.
Did you like how Shawnee was really leaning on the whole Janine and her keynote speaking?
Yeah.
Janine's public speaking.
She was really pushing that angle, wasn't she? It's
Yeah.
like, that's why Janine's going to be really good at the final tribal and why you should
Does one
take
a month.
me, because I just like to say one-word answers. Yes, Jonathan.
Yeah, that was funny.
I love that.
I don't know if that was the best angle. I'm trying to think if she could have gone for something else there.
Well, Cerie did say it was a very good pitch. I mean,
it
didn't change their minds at all, but she said it. I think it made them think about it for a split second.
I think it was more about the fact that she was saying if she went with them, she would be a strong 3. But if they voted out Shawnee, then it's going to be deadlocked Luke, Janine versus Cirie, Parv. So that made it kind of more appealing to her. But yeah, I thought it was a great pitch. I'm sad that it didn't come off really. Go on.
We would get this. We then get the conversations with Luke and Parv.
Yeah,
about ISO. And yeah, my mind was reeling. So he tells Parv, actually, no, he never did have an ISO.
Yeah.
She's like, you tricked me. He's like, oh, just a little trick.
Yeah.
But we're still doing the same plan, right?
And then she's coming away from it thinking, so he either lied to me before about having this ISO to get me to rip on my clue, or he's lying to me now about having an ISO.
I think she knows he's lying to her now because I don't know, he wasn't really looking at her properly when he said no.
Yeah.
So I sensed that she would have sensed. But still, you'd be going back and forth at like, what's the truth?
He's got immunity though, so
yeah. So well, we get him talking to camera saying crazy Luke is coming. And then I really loved like after that, you had like shots of the camp just kind of like chatting, and then he was just in the background with this machete, like hacking away like a maniac at this coconut.
they love showing someone with the machete when they're trying to give them like an unhinged because that was
away.
because that was a Kent thing as well, wasn't it? We all saw him with the machete in between his hat burning and his naps.
It's such a good
He had a full-on
accessory.
machete montage, Ken.
Oh, he did. Him and that machete, number one alliance.
That's a good edit to get, the machete edit.
The unhinged machete edit.
Yes.
Well, off to tribal council then. Straight away, Cirie is saying to JLP, look around. Do you see a goat here? He's like, no, I don't. Like, this is a good season. No goats in the final, which is...
You say that. This is a good season. No goats.
I think he's quite talkative. He doesn't say that. He's
oh my God.
Very out of character.
I was thinking that he's good.
He is quite talkative, this tribal, I would say, though.
It's like there's meta and then there's very meta where JLP is standing there saying it's a very good season. There's no goats.
No, I don't think he says that. But I think he's like giving more commentary than usual.
Yeah. And so, what was it Cirie says? Did you see any goats? I think if there were any here, we'd have eaten them by now.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to a shot of the jury like...
What? Because they all think
she
they're
just implied that they're all goats that have been eaten.
Oh, I did not get that. I was legit thinking she was just making a reference about being hungry.
I mean... Oh no, I don't think it was
that's
that.
what
I don't know. I don't know if she was really making that insinuation about the jury. It's just the shot made it seem that way.
Oh, yeah, I did not register that.
Oh well.
Well, speaking of the jury, I did make a note that the edit made it look like Sarah was rolling her eyes at
Yeah.
She was talking about playing like a kind of honest connection-filled game.
But why is she rolling her eyes at that? Because that's the game she was trying to play, was it not? A loyal game. I think it was.
Yeah, she wasn't playing the middle.
Oh yeah. There's definitely like shady jury edits going on
I think
though.
so.
So
I think
you can never be too sure.
You could be rolling your eyes at being told, oh, they're going to do a challenge you don't get to watch. You could be rolling your eyes at that next, and you're cutting it in. It looks like you're rolling your eyes at Cirie.
Yeah. What was with this flower that they were all wearing in?
Oh, they've obviously all been on a little day trip together.
Why aren't we seeing this?
There's no jury villa this season.
It's bothering me.
I think they didn't rent out the jury villa this season.
What?
Why? Because it's an expensive season already. So they're all just staying in a hotel.
Oh.
So there's no but then they're still all hanging out together and doing stuff. But it's just,
Or maybe.
Must be a nice hotel though.
I'm sure it's nice enough.
Or maybe they just, like, people, like, they didn't pay them enough for people to be like, okay, you can keep filming me in the jury villa.
Maybe. Or maybe because they knew they were having the after show Drop Your Buffs this season.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that kind of, you get like a bit of the
That
chat,
fills in
don't
the
you?
gap.
It's the same length kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's quite a different.
It's a different set, but maybe as well they just thought, you know what, it's less people.
Yeah.
There's not going to be, and I feel like when you're kind of in the all-stars Survivor realm, you don't as much like to slag the other contestants.
know what you
Whereas like
mean.
in previous jury villas, it's gotten quite spicy, hasn't it?
Well, I mean, last season, definitely. But has that happened as much in previous seasons? I feel like once people get to Jury Villa, they're kind of like, yeah, that was fun. Now let's hang out and go to the spa and get massages together and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll never know.
Maybe the players, bear in mind, these are like very big players who are probably quite hard to get back. You don't know who's going to have to go in the jury villa, but maybe they just thought, you know, people like Parv and Sari, they might not want to have to then spend like a week in this jury villa instead of being just at a hotel.
Yeah. yeah. They're
I don't
too
know.
much. They're
Like,
too A-lister for it. Yeah.
I know, like Shawnee, her husband and her child were there on the island.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
So I don't know if a lot of them have done that.
So they
but
all
their
get
families.
to sort of hang out with their families. And
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah, rather being.
Yeah, I think that would make
that makes sense.
And I guess as well, it's a shorter season, isn't it? So maybe they want to just enjoy like a little relaxing break after it.
And we know Dave was still there when George was getting the boot.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was.
we do.
Yeah.
Out negotiating his contract for next season.
But then Tony was talking about looking forward to flying home early then and
Oh,
seeing his
yeah.
family. So,
I guess it's up to them at that point. If they're
Yeah.
not the jury, it's like, well, you can stick around for if you want,
yeah. It's
but
like when we
you've got to
worked.
pay your own accommodation.
Yeah,
It's
fair
like when we
enough.
worked at Disney World Coop and we had an open ticket to book our flight home and we could stick around.
Oh, yeah, that was fab. Oh, the glory days. Well, let's talk about this vote then. It's pretty obvious, I think, even from the edit, that it's going to be Shawnee that goes.
Yeah, my only thinking is Luke going to do something crazy when he takes the necklace off and gives it to.
I thought that was going to be the start of like something really iconic.
Yeah.
But it turns out it didn't really make a difference.
Well, let's
They've
break
just
it down.
Played his idol for Janine. I mean, it's
It
the
gave us fun scenes.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the visuals and the what's the word, like the meaning,
Symbolism,
the symbolism
yeah.
behind it. Yeah, that's it.
And I think he maybe would have done it. Well, he says himself that he would have done it on any other kind of season, but it just,
Just too
He
risky
just really
on that
wants to
one.
win the world title.
yeah.
Yes. They've not made any mention of prize money this season.
I keep thinking that. But
No,
then
they
I'm sure
haven't.
someone mentioned it. and-
Tony mentioned it on his exit
When
interview.
he says he goes where the money is.
Yeah, he said he goes where the money is, and he said when they told him it was 250,000, he was like, "Man, not that much
It
after
changed
the."
him after he's won like 3 million already.
And he said after the conversion and stuff, it was less. But then he said, "Oh, when they told him it was global, he was
Yeah.
all in." But yeah, he did say he
Yeah.
goes where the money is, which was like,
I love that. Well, where are all these other shows? Why is it Deal or No Deal Island not stumping up for Tony? Come on.
Right?
maybe he's just
Maybe
too
next
much
season.
of like a big name.
I don't know. Traitor's got him.
True.
And they got Boston Rob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Deal-
true.
And
Deal
Parv.
Island.
No, I take it back. Take it all back.
Yeah.
Maybe he will be on it.
Yeah, I can see him playing next season after
Yeah.
Dave's performance.
Maybe.
Got
Yeah.
his eye on that. What was it, 9 mil or whatever? 7
Yeah,
mil?
but Dave was very lucky in that they didn't know who he was, apart from Parv.
Yeah.
Whereas
Tony's
they-
going to be a big name.
Yeah.
He's always got his hands tied. What was it? His wings?
His wings clipped. He can't fly free like he used to.
He needs to go on like some kind of reality show abroad.
Yeah.
Because people in the UK don't know it. I
have
mean,
no
obviously
idea
we're
who he
super
is.
fans, but most people wouldn't know it.
No. Oh, I would love to see that. There's definitely, but I guess. Well, let's actually talk about what happens at this tribal, because the first thing that happens is Luke and Janine go off to the back, and Luke gives Janine his necklace, places it over her like he's knighting her.
I loved that.
It was very like.
After being like, you promise you'll make me go to fire if it comes down to it.
Yeah, so this again goes back to his 4th season, doesn't it? Because he was begging to go to fire and was not afforded that luxury.
Yeah.
So he is now showing his, well, it's an incredible gesture, really, showing Janine he's in it to the end as long as she promises to take them to fire. Then we have him putting on his immunity necklace. Parv puts on her immunity necklace. And yeah, we don't get the crazy vote. What did you hope would happen?
Honestly, for the drama, I was hoping Suri would go. Not because I want Suri to go, but just because it would have been more interesting and more like, dramatic. The fallout would have been way bigger.
Yeah.
Shawnee was the easy vote, and it was the one that I think we all saw coming. So, yeah. I wanted Suri to go, but only for the drama.
Yeah, it's one of those ones like where it's like a lot of fireworks, a lot of drama we're getting, but then we have the same end result.
Yeah.
Otherwise?
Yeah.
Like, none of that stuff could have happened, and it would have been the same result. Like,
It's like the razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole idol, the idol fight
Yeah.
as they're going up.
Well, this is what I think should have happened, right? I think that Luke should have voted for Parvati. Then, when they go to play the idols, he says that he's playing his for Shawnee, and then Parv would said, "I'm playing mine for Sari." But then Luke has actually voted for. Like, can you imagine? Like, that would be an iconic move.
I mean, would Parv have actually put her idol on Suri in that case, or would she have kept it on herself just in case?
She might have got the read. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I think it's interesting that because I can't think of a time where we've seen two people try and play an idol at the same time, especially when they're both trying to outwit each other.
Yeah,
And there was no.
Yeah, like it's all tied into each other,
And there was no real like rule that I could tell as like, well, who has to say who they're playing it for first?
I noticed that Jono was like, "Who are you playing this for, Parvati?"
Yeah.
Like, you could tell
Well,
he wanted
He had her idol in his hand at that point. She'd handed it off and he'd taken it. So technically, she played her idol and given it to JLP first.
Oh.
Luke still had his in his hand. So,
Did she hand him it or did he snatch it?
well, maybe they cut that out. We didn't see. He's
I'll
like,
take that.
I know what way I want this story to go.
don't worry, I've got your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, who knows what would happen, but it turns out it didn't matter anyway because they both just played it for who we were expecting them to play it for
Yeah.
themselves. So,
I appreciate that they gave us a wee bit of drama.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
here
We
for
were
the
like,
show.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't watch it.
I know. So tense. I feel like Shawnee just hasn't really had like that much of an edit this season. I've been a bit like, I've wanted more Shantan.
Yeah, we haven't had tons. I've wanted to know her thoughts on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've just been deprived of it because of where she placed.
Maybe.
Yeah, and
Which is a disappointment.
She was set up to be a major player of the season.
Yeah, she was
all the
front-
promo material. She was front and center. She was like epic. You know, everything was epic. It was like, but then they really deprived us in the edit of.
I know.
a lot of that.
I feel like a lot of what she had in the edit was like iconic one-liners, and she obviously had the George blindside, which was good. But then we didn't really see that much of like.
I feel like she was there to blindside George, and once that was done, she was like, "Well, yeah, whatever happens now happens."
Yeah,
Job
well,
done.
I don't know, because she was like navigating a lot of like different alliances, and she was not sticking with anyone and like moving from group to group. So I feel like she had a really good game, but I don't know, it just didn't come across as much in the edit. Also, that's both me and you out with our winners pick on Blindside Bingo because we both put Shawnee.
Yeah, I think I'm out on most things on blindside bingo.
You're still in the running, Kirst, because you picked Luke, didn't you?
yeah, but I'll eat my buff if Parv doesn't win.
Yeah,
There's
same.
no way she's not winning.
You
It's
heard it here
almost
first,
like-
folks.
In what world is she not going to win then?
I know, it's like I would, yeah.
There's no
be
way she's
flabbergasted.
losing the next challenge in the next
No.
episode, which is the final. And then,
There's no way she's not winning a final jury.
well, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think Sari can beat her.
No, I don't think.
I think the only person who could beat her is Luke, if he made it.
Potentially,
I don't
but-
think he will because I think you're right. I think Parv's going to win, and they're going to
Janine-
get rid of Luke because he's the biggest threat
Yeah.
for jury, like for Final Tribal. Because Janine, let's face it, Janine's played some good moves, but she's not played any big moves that could win her the game.
I guess,
She's blindsided Kirby.
and I'm just thinking actually, at this stage, Final Four, Janine doesn't need to keep Parv and Suri on side, right? Because
I think she does.
well,
Well, this is why Luke is saying, "Promise me you'll make it fire," because
yes,
it's like, well,
that's what my
yeah, we all know Parv's going to win.
Yeah, we all know
She's
Parv's.
the only one left with that kind of threat level.
Yes.
So she's going to vote for Luke,
Look,
yeah.
and then Luke's going to vote for Suri.
yeah,
So it's going to end up in a deadlock.
that's my thinking.
Yeah.
But then for Janine, there's not really any repercussions if she does keep looking and takes
yeah,
it to fire.
true.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
she's not looking for Parv or Suri to take her
Take
through
it.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
we
just wants
know.
to make it through.
Yeah.
And we know
So,
it'll be that top 3.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe Suri will pull it out of the bag and beat Luke and fire. Then that would be interesting.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, miracles can happen.
Stranger things.
She was having a bad day on
happens.
that fire.
And
Maybe
she's-
so, yeah.
Learned the swinging technique now.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Imagine Tony just sat at home watching Suri absolutely nail
Nail it.
fire. Just like,
Turns out she was just doing it on purpose to get him out.
yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
why Tony's going to be annoyed.
Yes, oh my
Yeah.
God, it'll all come out in the jury's speech. And I got out Tony when I pretended I couldn't make a fire.
Oh, it's gone out again. What a shame.
Oh, no.
Like blowing it in the wrong place so it like puffs out.
It's the bloody final in like, what, 4 days?
Yeah, something
5
like that.
days?
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
Wow.
I cannot believe it. What a
Wow, what a season.
Cluster frick.
A cluster
frick.
frick. Yeah.
It is. I mean, yeah, what a season. And this finale is going to be bloody epic, I'm sure. Well, thanks so much, everyone, for listening. If you don't follow us already, make sure that you follow us wherever you listen to your podcast or subscribe. And we are also on Instagram and TikTok. You can find us at Make It to Merge Pod. And we'll see you next week for the finale. Bye.
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 Bye now.